The New York Jets, Joel and me are fans of this team. I was on a call with Robert Saleh today.
Super tough.
Season ticket holder. They put me on a hotline with him, asked a question. I told him, man, listen, I need the inside scoop. How much do you guys believe in Zach Wilson? Tell me it right now. And then I told him, look, I love that you're my coach too. I'm optimistic. And he said, look, Zach is going to be a superstar. And he was like, he's going to be the best quarterback in the division. Not by this season, but next season. I actually asked, how impressed was he with Zach Wilson's improvement, and he told me he was really impressed. Neither here or there. There's a reason Zach Wilson is up there with the greats, with Mahomes, with Allen, with Herbert, and then it's Zach. Because Zach is going to be a great quarterback, and God damn it, baby, it starts this offseason. He can
talk this crazy about Zach, and I can't give a little bit of praise to Tua.
Because guess what?
God forbid.
The Jets have draft capital. Yeah, we got 2 picks inside the top 10, the 10th pick, and the 4th overall pick.
We have great draft capital.
We got 2 second-round picks. Excellent. Hey, yo, let's trade one for Calvin Ridley. Bring Calvin Ridley on here. Let's have Calvin Ridley, Elijah Moore, and Corey Davis. You know what? Tight end, we can overpay for Schultz, but I like David Njoku. Let's bring him in here. The Jets were the 13th ranked offensive line this past season. Pretty formidable group. But guess what? I want to upgrade. Brandon Scherf, come over in here. Mekhi Becton healthy. Elijah Vera Tucker, I call him ADT because he protects everything. He's the security for Zach. Robert Saleh on the call today was like, he has all pro talent, and I believe him. Listen, the Jets got the money. The Jets got the assets. They have the quarterback, which is something so many teams lack. I tweeted it the other day. Zach Wilson is too cool to not be a successful quarterback in the NFL.
And handsome.
Yeah, Drew Lock felt that.
I understand that wholeheartedly. My dream Jets offseason.
Handsomeness?
Oh, Drew Lock? Oh, the handsomeness?
My dream Jets offseason. Defense we'll worry about later. Get Calvin Ridley. Get a serviceable tight end. Sign Brandon Scherf, Ryan Jensen, whatever. Give Zach weapons because I'm telling you, he's going to have a breakout second season. And the Jets, don't be surprised if they make the playoffs with this kind of offseason that I think they are about to have. And Joe Douglas, I trust.
There we go. Trust. He came around.
I trust.
You know his first name's Joel? His actual first name?
Joe Douglas?
Joel, yeah, it's Joel Douglas. He just goes by Joe.
Yeah, probably because everybody messes up his name. Today in the call, they freaking called me Joel.
Everyone calls me Joel, bro.
I don't know why. The world is so upside down, bro.
Yeah. Are you done with your soliloquy? You're animated. I didn't know if you had any more.
I have some other options. I basically already told you what I want offensively.
Yeah, for sure.
Defensively, we need a safety. We need corners. J.C. Jackson would be my pick, but he might cost a lot. I don't know if Joe wants to spend that much. He's been really cheap in free agency. But I look at safeties. I like Jabril Peppers. I like Jabril. Quadre Diggs, he's a Pro Bowler. He might demand more money.
Marcus Williams was number 1 on my list.
This is my guy. Jaron Kearse from the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of their better defensive players this past season. He's been a good player, but he just recently got an opportunity. He's always been really good. Jaron Kearse, you put him on tight ends, he will lock him down. He's a really good coverage safety. I'd get Jaron Kearse. Look, I don't even want to look at Ashton Davis. Jaron Kearse, Jabril Peppers fixes the safety problem. Then we don't have to go out and draft Kyle Hamilton. I think that fixes our safeties. Sign J.C. Jackson. Now we're looking at a good cornerback group. And yeah, now we can spend, the 4th overall pick on a Kayvon Thibodeau if he slips down there. Daniel Jeremiah is expecting him to slip. So that's my dream scenario. This is my dream Jets scenario right here. Offense: Zach, Mike Carter, Ridley, Moore, Davis, Njoku, Becton, AVT, McGovern, Scherf, and Fant. Defense: Lawson, Quinnen, Fadakazi, Franklin Myers, CJ, Sauce Gardner, Bryce Hall, Michael Carter the second. We know who he is. Jaron Kearse and Jabril Peppers. Let's get it going. We're making the playoffs.
Playoff team. That's a playoff team.
That's a playoff team.
The excuses are done for the Jets. This is the offseason that it gets done. Joe Douglas had his time, came over in 2020. Didn't have that offseason, but came over in 2020. The next season, he got Becton, started building up the offensive line. last season, got his quarterback, got his head coach. There's no more excuses now. The Jets have to be playing important football in December. It's no more 2 wins to 4 wins. It's no more 0-12 against the AFC East. This is the offseason. The Jets have to move the needle. The playoffs would be great, but I need to see important games in December because that's what's going to show me JD is going in the right, JD being Douglas is improving the team the right way.
Joe Dehls?
Because you're right. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. Because you're right. Up to this point, Douglas has been a bit stingy in free agency. It's helped him, like the Robbie Anderson contract, because that hasn't worked out for Carolina.
He might come back.
He might. I don't know how well that's going to work. He's owed, I think, $12 million this year. I think it's a $12 million cap hit. But Calvin Ridley is a very interesting prospect in terms of someone you could go out and trade for because he has wide receiver 1 potential and showed that in the past.
Without a doubt.
He's someone that you could trade a second-round pick for. If you're the Jets, I'm not giving up 10 for him, and hell no, I'm not giving up 4 for him. I do worry about another team who's picking in the late 20s or even late teens to go and trade a first who could beat out our offer, but we have all the draft capital. I saw our chart today. We have the most in terms of value by far because we have those 2 top 10 picks. The other second-round picks from Carolina, they're picking in the top 10, so it's going to be a top 10 pick in the second round as well. They have all the assets to go and really improve this team, make it a playoff caliber team. Wide receiver, Braxton Berrios is a free agent. Jameson Crowder is a free agent. I would love to bring back Berrios, not only because he showed something down the stretch, but he was an amazing kick returner and punt returner, something that's really been missing ever since we let Andre Roberts go to Buffalo. I think that's something that a lot of people aren't going to talk about, but it plays a huge role, especially when you get into those important games down the stretch. To me, they have 2 options at wide receiver because we know Elijah Moore, Corey Davis, they're going to be locked in there no matter what. Trade for a proven talent like the Calvin Ridleys, a couple other ones that have been floated out there with DK Metcalf, Amari Cooper, someone who has proven they could be a wide receiver 1 on a team or at number 10. And this is probably the route I'm still torn where I would go because I would love to get Zach the number 1 guy and I don't have to worry about him developing or is he going to be a bust, this or that. But at 10, you're in the perfect scenario to go and get whoever the first wide receiver is going to be off the board. They might be the first team to take a receiver at 10, whether you want to go with the big body contested catch guy like London or someone like Garrett Wilson who's great after the catch or someone like kind of like both Treylon Burks who's 6'3", 220 can also make things happen after the catch. So they're in great position at 10 to go and take that wide receiver. Now you look at the offensive line. Joe Douglas done a phenomenal job these last 2 years, going from the worst offensive line to one of the better ones in the NFL.
Top 15.
They picked up Mekhi Becton in that 2020 draft. Unfortunately, he's been injured. If he could come back, and we have Mekhi Becton at left tackle, and even if you bring in George Fant's under contract, Morgan Moses, whatever you want to do, but if you have those 3 tackles with Fant, Moses, and Becton, because you need Becton insurance. That's why a lot of people are mocking an offensive tackle to 4 to the Jets because it's up in the air with Mekhi. We don't know if he's going to come back, and is he going to be in shape, with the correct weight. Even in camp this past season, they said he was getting beat all of the time by Carl Lawson, who's a great pass rusher. So, it depends how you want to say chicken or the egg there.
And we're getting him back.
And yeah, exactly. Which is a huge help to the defense, which was terrible this year. Connor McGovern at center, 9th-rated center by PFF. So I don't think we really have to make any moves there. But if we have Becton and Fant playing right tackle, I don't see a huge need. Now, Fant's not the long-term answer at right tackle for us, but this team has a lot of holes still, especially on defense. So I don't know if using number 4 to get an offensive tackle, I would still love an edge. I don't think Hutchinson's going to be there. Kayvon's someone who's potentially probably going to be there. There's a lot of question marks going around him in terms of off-the-field stuff, work ethic kind of things. But I think he's kind of getting a little underrated now. Someone who was the potential number 1 overall pick who didn't have the best season this last year.
He didn't play.
He didn't play at all?
Well, he got injured.
I was going to say, I know he showed some film or put some film on tape at least. But the offense, we're just a couple pieces away. Getting that receiver, upgrading the O-line here and there. The defense is terrible. We had one of the worst defenses in the NFL this past year. Joe Douglas spent his first 4 picks all on offense last offseason. I think this one, especially having a defensive coach, now they're going to give Saleh some guys. You're going to get
2 picks in the top 10.
Yep,
one of these guys have to be defense.
You're going to get Carl Lawson back. I love Bryce Hall as our cornerback. Echols had some moments. Mike Carter, rookie, still had some moments too. I would love Sauce Gardner, someone who's 6'2", 6'3", lengthy. He's only about 180, but was phenomenal in coverage this past season. Derek Stingley has all the upside in the world to be the next Darrelle Revis if he really reaches that potential. Someone who could be
big name.
If he was
comparing him to,
I know, but you have to understand he was 18 years old, locking up players in the SEC at LSU. He had some of the best film ever as a rookie cornerback playing at LSU. He's fallen off with injuries and whatnot. But if he reached his potential, he has the best corner in the NFL written all over him. It just, can you get him back to that freshman year status? If you fix the defense and you're not the 32nd best and you're the 20th best, you can make the playoffs, especially taking a lead from Zach. Robert Saleh finally getting some guys on this defense who could really work together. Mosley had a bit of an up and down year. Quincy Williams, someone who came in late, but super athletic. They have the pieces. They're just, I shouldn't say they have the pieces. They're a few pieces away, especially on the defensive side of the ball, from really being a contender.
Every single year in the NFL, there's a team that jumps from worst to best. Why not us?
Why not?
Why not us?
Broncos.
Why not the Jets?
It's going to be the Broncos.
Take flight, baby. Take flight.
I actually have a couple questions, and they're both related to your draft. If at 4 you guys took Derek Stingley, you guys aren't upset.
I would be.
I think he would be there at 10.
Would you take him at 10?
I like Sauce, bro.
Interesting.
I think he's someone who could be a lockdown corner, doesn't have that injury concern, or someone who's just really, I mean, Stingley had the injury concern, but his game also fell off.
All right. Kyle Hamilton, 4.
We had a discussion before the show.
I'm happy with it. If we get nobody in free agency, I'm 100% happy with it.
I worry just because of positional value. We took Jamal Adams at 6 overall. I know Hamilton's
a great pick.
He's
for the Jets.
Excellent. If you look at it from hindsight, you got 2 first round.
I do understand
we
that.
literally passed up on Watson and Mahomes in that draft. And at the time when he was on our team, it was like it's still not a horrible pick. That's how great. Let's not forget how great Jamal was. We passed up on Mahomes and Watson, and still weren't looking at that as we didn't look at that as bad pick.
It's the only thing is the positional value. A safety is not going to have as big of an impact if you get an All-Pro tackle or an All-Pro edge rusher.
So that's my next question. You take Evan Neal at 4.
I'm in.
Happy or sad?
Yeah, I'm in.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan.
Why?
Because I don't think he's a better tackle than Ikem Ekwonu. I hope I'm saying his name right.
Yeah, I know. Ekwonu's more of the pass or run blocking guy, which fits.
I do have worries about Evan Neal.
He's super athletic.
Yeah.
He did it at the top level at Bama.
Yeah, I'm kind of concerned though. Jonah Williams did too.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's been busts, up and down the track.
Jonah Williams is okay, but like right now, Bengals fans kind of looking for an upgrade.
So if you guys went both picks defense, you're happy?
No. Offense has to be.
If we get edge at, as long as we go edge at 4 and not safety.
If you get Kayvon at 4, you get Stingley at 10. Happy, successful draft for the Jets.
It's a swing for the fences draft.
I'll be honest. I think Kayvon could be there at 10.
He could be, but you're taking a risk there because we don't have Carl Lawson, of course.
I don't feel like we need that though. Like
we need an edge, bro.
Lawson and Franklin Myers are locked up.
Franklin Myers, he got that bag and kind of fell off last year.
Yeah, he did, but now you got a guy like Lawson that comes back. I mean, that makes a huge difference.
I know, but you're never gonna have enough edge rushers, especially the Jets who haven't had one since John Abraham. Unless you want to throw Calvin Pace's one 10-sack season. I understand that, but I feel like right now much bigger needs corner. I'd rather go I would love corner.
My thing is
even safety. Like I feel like Kyle Hamilton. Yeah, he's not a corner or an edge, but you can put him on a receiver. You can put him on top tight ends. You can do. He's 6'4", freakishly athletic. Is going to be great in the run. Is going to be great in space and tackling in open space. Is going to be a playmaker in the back end. Like this guy, he's different.
With everything Joe Douglas has shown me up to this point, I don't think he was his number 4 overall pick on a safety. I know he's more than just a safety. Bless you. Everything I've seen up to this point, he's going to use all the money, all the high draft capital to improve the offense.
Well,
so if you're going to use the money, I would use it on Brandon Sheriff. At least if you're going to Sheriff's.
He's someone we wanted last season, but he got tagged by Washington right away.
But that at least you're putting Zach in a position to be better protected. Now you're going out in the draft. You don't have to actually use high draft capital on an offensive lineman. You address your needs on the defensive side of the ball. That was one of the worst in the NFL. I understand you wanting to surround Zach with weapons. Of course. You want your young quarterback surrounded by a plethora of options so that he's in a position to be successful, especially one that you took with the number 2 overall pick, and you're putting the pressure of having to save a franchise on his back. You want to put him in position to be successful. However, the best way for a quarterback to feel a little bit of a sense of relief is to put wins in the column.
It's not going to put up 30 each week. Yeah.
You're asking a lot of him. The pressure early on in the season showed in his play where he felt he had to play hero ball. White came in and he threw. He had an unbelievable game against the Bengals, and he showed Zach Wilson, you don't need to do more than you have to win games.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
It was also the schedule early in the season. He played.
He played amazing defenses too.
I mean, for one, let's just look at it. The Panthers game, the Jets defense showed up.
Yeah.
The next week, we faced the Broncos. I believe it wasn't the Broncos. It was another team. The Patriots.
You played us week 3.
Okay, the Patriots week 2. We got smoked because Zach threw 4 picks. Our defense showed up. If Zach doesn't make those mistakes, that's a winnable game. Our defense showed up. Our defense fell off in the later part of the season.
But that wasn't my point. I didn't mean to group the two together because the defense was bad that he had to do too much. I'm saying in terms of offensive play, he was trying to do too much offensively. He felt as if he needed to scramble outside the pocket, make these ridiculous throws to put his offense in a position to be successful. If the two correlated together, that was not my intention. It was early on in the season where he was doing too much.
No, I understand, but right now you're saying that we should allocate resources on defense.
No, right now specifically, yes, because Zach Wilson showed great strides towards the end of the season, without a doubt. The defense just was not there towards the back end of the season. Address those needs and put Zach's already in position to take that stride again. You protect him. You bring him an offensive line piece and Brandon Scherf, correct? Yep. All right, thank you. And you still have a little bit more money to go and bring in a weapon. You guys need a tight end for sure. I don't mind David Njoku either, because that's another blocker right there on the line for him as well, who can go out there and catch a pass, especially Zach Wilson's his ability to scramble outside the pocket, make things happen. Let's say he's running one of those options where he's blocking for you and he just breaks out into the flat. That could be very intriguing for Zach too. But you can go and you bring in an Allen Robinson who's not going to be that much money. Put your money towards... It's not a bad option.
Hell no. If we bring in Allen Robinson, I will be upset.
But the only thing I would say against that is Corey Davis, we could get off his contract next year. So we could get off here, and he's just kind of a seamless fit. He's now the veteran possession receiver instead of Corey.
And I will also,
I don't think he's that much better, if he even is better at all.
I'll also say this. I want to see Braxton Berrios back on this team because he was one of the first players, if not the first player, that Zach Wilson had success with in this Jets offense. Yeah. I don't want to take that away going into year 2. You at least bring in a guy going into year 2 that he's already comfortable with, that he's shown that he could be successful with, and someone that actually had a few explosive plays for you guys.
I think Joe is going to pay up for either one of the offensive linemen, Scherf, Jensen. Even though McGovern was really good, we could cut him and save $9 million and kind of upgrade there. Or for J.C. Jackson and finally get that number 1 lockdown corner, someone who's a ball hawk, someone who's going to make turnovers. And then ideally in the draft, my perfect case scenario is either a Kwanwu at 4 or Kayvon. And at 10, either receiver, I like Burks, but I wouldn't be mad with Wilson or London, or corner, Stingley or Sauce Gardner.
We'll see what happens. All I know is that Zach's going to be phenomenal in year 2.
I'm looking forward to it.
This is what I've been waiting for all season long. People have made their jokes rookie season, okay, whatever. Not gonna be making jokes anymore. It's not a Tua situation.
This is so messed
We
up.
know what
it's
Tua
so annoying
is.
of you.
He supports Zach, bro.
Like, I've never slandered him once. For you to come out here so openly, so willy nilly.
He supports Zach. We don't have to slander Tua 24/7.
Okay, let me just.
Can I get an apology?
Let me respond.
Can I get an apology for that? That was low blow. That was a low blow.
It was a low blow.
That was unnecessary.
It was, bro.
Say you're sorry.
I'm gonna say this. It's not my fault.
Oh my God.
That you chose to believe in a quarterback that has a limited ceiling. Number 2, it's also not my fault that you happen to like my quarterback. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? You know, I can't control how I feel. You know, Zach, we all know he's the man. You know he's the man. Tua, we don't know he's the man.
We don't know Zach's the man.
You think he's the man.
We don't know Zach's the man.
You can say that, but all that is really just nonsense.
But we believe.
Because we know Zach is going to be a phenomenal.
And I know Tua is going to be great.
Give me one thing for sure that's happening in the Jets offseason.
No, let me hear Zach Wilson's stat line. Is he going to be 4,000 yards?
9 touchdowns, 11 picks.
How much?
9 touchdowns, 11 picks.
Zach Wilson?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
What are you confused about?
No, I'm saying this next season.
Oh, his stat line?
Yes.
Okay.
I was like, what? Why you think he's going to be this? What he did this year?
26 and 11.
How many yards?
Over 4,000 for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Okay.
For
the
sure.
defense is still probably another year away, so we're being shootouts. But I want to hear one thing for sure that's happening in the offseason for the Jets.
Actually, no. 26 might be too high.
No. Too late, bro. You already said it.
19 and 11 or 23 and 11.
26 is doable, though.
That's like an MVP type season.
No, it is not.
Kyler Murray had 26 touchdowns.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he missed how many games?
I know, but still.
He wasn't MVP. That's a great
But
quarterback.
he was in the candidacy.
Before he got hurt.
I'm not saying that's an MVP winning season. I'm saying
he missed.
You were in the conversation.
He missed 4. If he misses 4 games, he gets 2 touchdowns a game. That's 8 more touchdowns. Now you're looking at 34 instead of 26.
Look,
I'm saying like
the difference.
Let me live, bro.
But
so 26 touchdowns. Are you gonna stick? I'll let you go down.
I'm gonna go to
man.
I'm gonna pick a magic number. I'll say
23,
24.
I'm saying 25.
Darrell Revis.
2-5.
2-4.
Let me hear one thing that's happening in the offseason for the Jets.
Zach Wilson is better.
The offseason. Give me one transaction.
We trade for a receiver. I don't know who's it going to be. I'm hoping it's Ridley, but we trade for a receiver.
I think Miami also.
I
would not be surprised to see them trade that 29th pick for Ridley.
I don't think Joe Douglas is in the business of drafting a receiver and hoping he pans out next to Wilson. I think he wants an established one that if it doesn't work out, he knows it's because of Zach, you know? So I think he wants an established guy rather than a rookie.
And that frees us up to use a corner at 10.
And it's funny, we didn't even speak about it. We spoke about it a little bit. Would you give Chris Godwin the money that he wants to come play with Zach Wilson?
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I'd be all for it.
Since we could get off Corey Davis's contract next year, I'm cool with it too.
It's a lot of decisions.
You nervous, man?
No, not at all.
Not with Douglas. Not with Douglas.
No, I'm still a little bit nervous. I'm not going to lie. With Douglas.
You just said that's your guy.
He's your fake guy.
Sometimes with your guys, man, you have some doubts still. You know?
Nah, not me.
It's not always 100%.
Not me.
I have no doubts with Douglas. He's done a great job so far.
When you make
totally missed on his first draft.
I know, but if Becton's healthy and we have Bryce Hall, that's not bad.
He missed on Denzel Mims.
He did. Happens.
He missed on Braden Mann.
Listen, the first draft, if we get a franchise left tackle and a CB1 or CB2, I'll take that. His next draft was phenomenal.
And Mekhi Becton, it's an unfortunate situation. When he's on the field, he's nice.
If he's healthy, he has all pro potential.
His nickname's the big ticket, bro. You don't have a nickname that cool and be mid.
I understand his rookie season, there was a lot of promise, but he was getting cooked up in camp.
This past season, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
He also showed against the Chargers in 2020 that he could shut down Joey Bosa.
Okay, but he was getting cooked in camp.
Joey Bosa.
By Carl Lawson. Who's good, but
He's
not
really
Joey Bosa.
I understand.
I mean, what if he just didn't care anymore? I don't know. Hopefully, worst case scenario, I don't know.
I certainly hope not.
So before we go on to our next segment, a quick word from DraftKings Hoop fans. The latest offer from DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is too good to pass up. I'm talking between the legs 360 windmill good. New customers can bet just $1 on any team and get $150 in free bets if they win. It's that simple. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, you can still take your shot at a big payday. Everyone can play for huge cash prizes with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Basketball Contest. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code TBPN. Bet just $1 on any NBA team and get $150 in free bets if they win. That's promo code TBPN at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA.
Before we move on for a second, I don't know if you guys saw, but PFF is coming out with their own like fantasy football, and
cool.
It's different, right? So it's not just offense. You're picking an entire team: quarterback, running back, receiver, but then offensive line, defensive line, cornerback, safety, the whole 22 players. They're calling it all 22 or PFF all 22, but the scoring is like they're doing it based off PFF grades,
okay,
plus like weighted positions. So for example, like your quarterback is going to be rated a lot higher than your running back because on a football team, quarterbacks be more important than running back. And then they combine that with their PFF score. It's pretty cool. I don't know how they're going to do that, like how they're going to update that in real time.
See, but we already are skeptical of PFF's grades.
We are. And it's different because when you're playing regular fantasy, it's 10 yards. That's the point. This is like someone's watching the game. Oh, this is good. This is bad. for the most part, like it's different. For example, like that Jimmy Garoppolo, the interception at the end of their season, it just looks like it was the interception, but really like 3 guys got through. Like they all got pressure, Aaron Donald, whoever else was there, and then he threw an interception, right? It's not just, that's different than
boneheaded throw.
Exactly. So like those type of things are going to come into play.
Interesting.
It's cool. I have to see. I'm sure there's going to be some type of paywall, but I would imagine if you have a PFF subscription, you should be able to play.
Facts.
I feel like that game's going to be too complicated to catch on.
I think that's definitely a hardcore football fan type of experience.
I am intrigued.
Me too.
Even as a hardcore football fan, I don't know if I would like really do it.
But you're already skeptical on regular fantasy. Skeptical.
You are. Like I'd love to try it.
No, I play it.
Yeah,
I'm not. What do you mean by skeptical?
Skeptical as in like you're not all in like Joel and I are. Like we are fanatics. We play it every single season. Like it is February and we're thinking about when we're going to draft our Dynasty League rookie teams.
Yeah.
You understand
what
I'm
to call
saying?
that skepticism, though?
Skepticism as in like, if you like football, fantasy football should just be...
The fantasy football draft is a top 2 day of the year for me.
When is the draft?
We do it late August, early September.
You got to do it after week 4 of the preseason.
The Sunday before the NFL Sunday.
The one year we did it after week 3, and I'll never forget it. We're watching the preseason game, Browns versus Giants. I just drafted Odell in the first round. He goes up for a pass, tweaks his ankle, out 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, so you got to do it week 4. There was one year we drafted before the season, and Charles lost. My brother Charles, he lost Julian
KC running
Edelman.
back.
Yeah,
But he drafted Hunt.
no,
Or Jared did.
no, yes,
Yeah.
exactly. He drafted Spencer Ware. Jared drafted Kareem Hunt in the 15th round.
And then week 1, Kareem Hunt put up like 200 all
And
purpose.
Kareem Hunt was the number 1 running back in fantasy that year.
That was me for sure.
Yeah, did you have Kareem Hunt that season?
No.
Ah, you're a bastard.
You just, like to pick the diamond in the rough type of vibe.
Nah, for sure. I always look at my
You know what?
options. and running
I
back.
also think about our pick a side league that we just had this season. I did unfortunately lose. Came in second place
won?
to Monster. Believe it or not. Yeah.
I lost because of injuries, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Actually,
My
drafted
team
the
was
squad.
fucking
we went crazy.
decimated.
But came to play that Muffins actually was helping Monster run his team,
Ain't
and I
that
lost
some shit.
because the kicker from the Raiders. I'm blanking on his name. Help me out,
Carlson.
really. Bro,
Carlson.
he had 22 points for me to lose.
What do you have, like 450 plus
He
yards?
went insane. He had like 5 field goals.
Jeez.
I lost by 6 points.
Did we do an award for that? We gave him merch, right?
Yeah, he got a free hoodie for that.
Tough.
Yeah, so shout out to you for being me, but at the same time,
He had Coach Clay.
GTH.
Coach Clay.
Yeah, Coach Clay. Facts.
He was getting coached by Coach Clay.
Insider for the Browns.
Yeah, he put that on his Twitter. He was like, per source.
You want to join the Discord? Join the Patreon.
Facts.
Only a couple
Why
bucks a
not?
month.
Why not?
Come chat up with us.
And we definitely have a good time in there. We try to
yeah.
make you guys feel a part of our fan. We talk in it every single day without a doubt.